For her not to have contacted any of us, something is wrong.
Andreae Lloyd was a 27-year-old mother of 2 sons, ages 1 and 5, and was 6 weeks pregnant with her 3rd child. Andreae was employed as a caretaker at a group home in southwest Miami-Dade, where she cared for people with mental disabilities. After midnight on Tuesday, December 7th, 2021, while Andreae was at work, a male showed up and knocked on the door. Andreae opened the door and was beaten, dragged, and forced into her white Honda Civic. The brutal incident was captured on a Ring camera at Andrea's workplace.
News, unfortunately, we covered too many of these stories, but I can't remember a time in recent memory when so many family members showed up in such a short amount of time, desperate for Andreae to come back home safely.
It's hard. It's hard because, you know, I mean, she's the type of person, she always calls her dad because we got so much love in the family.
Comforted by all that love, Patriarch Arnold Lloyd, a modest family man, told us he only wants one thing this holiday season.
Everybody know me. I don't beg for nothing. When I'm begging for my daughter to come home, I don't beg for nothing. I don't beg for nothing. But I'm begging for my daughter to come home.
Andreae is not the type person that will leave with a stranger. And the information and the evidence that the detectives shared with us indicates that she was very familiar with the person that abducted her. She works, she takes care of her kids. She works, she takes care of her kids. That's her life.
On Wednesday, December 8th, 2021, law enforcement identified the person who was responsible for beating and kidnapping Andreae as her 32-year-old boyfriend and father of her children, Xavier Johnson. Andrea's father, Arnold Lloyd, who saw the Ring camera footage, said on the video he saw when his daughter let Xavier into the group home and when she was beaten and kidnapped. Andrea's father said she was supposed to get off at 7 a.m., but Xavier told him at 6:45 a.m. that Andreae was missing. The family suspected Xavier was responsible for Andrea's kidnapping. The police were contacted by Andrea's family when one of her relatives who was following Xavier saw him heading into a heavily wooded area located near 130th Avenue and Southwest 328th Street in Homestead. Other family members arrived at the scene and held Xavier down until law enforcement arrived. A Miami-Dade police detective said they responded immediately after they received that call. Xavier was detained by the police and taken in for questioning. The police searched the area where Xavier was found using their aviation team, K9, and ATVs. One of the cadaver dogs alerted to something near a heavily wooded area where Xavier was seen. Female human remains were found and were subsequently confirmed by the medical examiner to be Andrea's. Andrea's remains were located in a large metal box similar to those seen on a pickup truck. Xavier's black truck was near the scene where Andrea's remains were found. He has confessed to killing and abducting Andreae and has been charged with first-degree murder, kidnapping, and burglary with assault. He appeared before a judge on Thursday and is being held at Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center on no bond. Andrea's father, Arnold, said his daughter had been in a relationship with Xavier for approximately 11 years but was looking to leave him. He said she was going to break up with him because he was messing around. He also said she was like a wife to Xavier, even though he was the boyfriend. Andrea's family said they want everyone to remember her as the loving, caring, sweet mother and daughter that she was. So much credit needs to be given to Andrea's family because once they heard of her kidnapping, they immediately swung into action. They went looking for Xavier because they suspected him of being responsible for her abduction. A family member was able to track Xavier down, and the rest of the family or other family members were able to get to the location, hold him down, and wait for the authorities to come and pick him up and take him into custody. I am so sorry that it ended the way that it did, because I know that they were still holding out hope that Andreae would be found alive. My prayers and condolences goes out to Andrea's entire family, her children, and her friends, to everyone who loves her. Rest in peace, Andreae. Thank you for watching this video.